Welcome back, all my Minecraftian friends. It is time for the announcement video of the August 2014 Minecraft Hardcore Challenge. And this month the challenge is called the Max Rider Challenge. And what you are tasked to do is to create a village from scratch, which entails curing zombie villagers, which entails making potions, which entails in turn going to the nether. So I'm going to be giving you some information. Also, some people have, actually lots of people, for months now, maybe since the beginning of this challenge, have been asking for a desert challenge. So I thought this would be a good month to combine the two. So this challenge will be carried out in a desert biome. Of course, well, we're going to be in hardcore mode. Generate structures is off because we're making our own village. We don't need the villages and temples and stuff that come with deserts. Okay, we want world type large biomes so we can get a nice big desert. The seed is August 2014 MHC. Okay, and let me tell you some stuff. Okay, there is as you know, deserts are hard to find trees in, so I'm giving you the coordinates of some wood. It is 1376, that is in the X, 1376, and in the Z, 625. Those numbers will be in the description. It's all positive, no negative numbers. I didn't include the Y value because the trees are on the surface, you know. Also, because you have to go to a fortress and collect the blaze rods to make the potion brewing apparatus, the brewing stand. I'm giving you coordinates for the fortress also. That way you don't spend you know, several episodes wandering around the nether trying to find this fortress. So the coordinates for the fortress, which will also be in the description, and these are nether coordinates rather than overworld coordinates. They are 260, that is the X, 260. Okay, the Y is 72, and the Z is minus 44. Okay, so that's all the coordinates you need. You've got the seed. As far as I've given you the objective is to create a village from scratch. It doesn't have to be a big village. It is permissible to you know, put lots of doors on any kind of a arrangement you want. Use any of the mechanics of Minecraft to multiply your villagers once you have 2 of them. Okay, so you know, Max's magic door machine is permissible. As far as Minecraft rules, standard challenge rules apply, which are no sleeping in beds, no AFK crop growth, everything must be on camera and at normal speed. I think this is going to be a very, very difficult challenge. It should be low lag too, because you know there's not that many leaves and stuff in the desert, so you know it should be much better than the jungle as far as lag goes. Okay, I think hunger is going to be a really important feature in this challenge. I thought that the jungle challenge, the July challenge, was going to be a lot more dangerous than it turned out. Very few people died in the July challenge, even though they're naked and afraid. apparently the most of the mobs are afraid too, and but I think the August challenge is going to be different. I think a lot of people are going to starve to death or get killed by mobs, because there's a lot of mobs in the desert and there's not much food. So fishing is permissible. We are at Max's request, we are continuing the Hippy B.S. rule of no eating cows, chickens, or pigs, and if 1.8 comes out, that would also include rabbits and sheep. Okay, but you can eat zombie flesh. You can eat fish. And you can kill these animals if you can find them, but I don't think you will. This is a desert challenge, so you need to stay in the boundaries of the desert biome. You can go to the Nether, though. That is not considered leaving the biome. The biome restriction only applies to the overworld. That means, and if there's there's ocean bordering part of this biome, and you can go out into the water a little bit, okay? I mean, I would say that like most countries have their borders extend out into the water a little ways, you know, like 3 miles or something. I think we could say that the desert biome borders can extend out into the ocean, say 50 blocks or so, you know, which you would still be well within sight of land. I think you can easily see 100 blocks, but yeah, stay close enough that, you know, mobs can still spawn and zombies can still come out and get you. But if you want to go out into the water a little bit, say less than 50 blocks, that's okay. And there is a river running through the desert, and even though the river is considered a different technical biome than the desert, it is included within the desert borders. So it runs through the desert, so we're going to call that desert territory also. But in places where the desert borders another terrestrial biome, such as a swamp, stay on the desert side of the border between the desert and the swamp. Okay, if something wanders into the desert side, you can kill it, but don't go into another terrestrial biome to get something. Okay, so you can run around the desert. You can go up and down the rivers that are in the desert. You can go a little ways out into the oceans that border the desert, and that's about it. Okay, so let me think. If I covered all the rules, I always end up leaving out something, but I think I've got it all. When you first show up in this biome, you're going to be desert everywhere, and there's going to be a river right there, close by, and it's a long way to the wood, to the 1376 625 wood, which is still in the desert. Okay, so don't worry about having to leave the desert biome to get wood. The wood is in the desert. But it's a long way from where you spawn, so you're going to want to travel the first day to the wood, and it will probably take you all day, maybe into part of the night. Maybe you won't make it in one day if you stop and barricade yourself at night, but if you do, don't do a lot of sprinting and jumping, okay? Limit the sprinting and jumping as much as possible, because Steele Douglas will tell you that you cannot get very far sprinting without running out of food. He found that out in the Witch Challenge, Marry a Witch Challenge, where he almost died the first day because he was sprinting a lot and running toward the trees. The wood in this case, the distance from spawn to this wood is further than it was in the Marry a Witch Challenge. Okay, so you're going to have further to go and less food to do it with. So you're going to have to manage your hunger very carefully in this challenge. And even once you get to the wood, there's not a lot of food there. I mean, there's plenty of zombies, okay? You cut down a tree, you might get an apple, you probably won't. You know, if you can pick up skeleton bones in the morning, you know, and use those to make some bread out of some wheat seeds. There are wheat seeds along the rivers. So I mean, there's grass along the river that you can collect seeds from. You know, you can plant orchards of oak trees and get apples. Probably 1 apple per large oak tree and 1 apple per 3 small oak trees on average. So don't expect a lot of apples. If you can make some sort of a zombie grinder, maybe you can live off of zombie flesh. If you get string, you can make a fishing pole and do some fishing. That's probably going to be a really good source. You're going to have to go to the nether anyway, so once you get to the nether, make sure you pick up mushrooms. That'd be good. And once you have your villagers, you can trade with the villagers for food type items. You know, sometimes they have melons, sometimes they, I don't know, will trade you other food things. So anyway, that is the challenge, okay? Create a village from scratch, stay in the desert, don't starve to death, and good luck. This is Mike Daring signing off.